One time at the New York City Writing Project, the director, his name is Eric Gordon, he put up a slide of a man building a dock out into a lake. And he would put a plank down and hammer it, and by the time you saw the guy, he was way out in the middle of the lake, all alone on this long, kind of windy path that he was making. And he asked teachers to write about it, and it's what teaching had been before I said yes to Joe Bellicero when he asked me to join. Making your path all alone. And the difference for me is I'm not making this path alone anymore. It's just it's the difference, honestly, almost between survival and not survival in my case.
For myself, I was teaching for probably 8 years, and I was doing really, really, really cool stuff with kids. I had a ton of activities that we like to do, and I think we were having a lot of fun, and they were learning a lot. But I could never articulate exactly what we were doing or why we were doing it. With the LDC modules, it's really enabled me to articulate my process and identify the skills that students need in order to create products that are worth sharing with a real audience. I think the biggest benefit for me is that it's given me confidence. So I don't walk away in June questioning whether or not I did a good job with my students. I can articulate what I did and why I did it. And using the template and sharing the template with others really helps to expose gaps that might be in your teaching that you wouldn't otherwise be able to identify.
What's the role of the thinking partner? Why is it important?
Well, it gives the module creator a chance to talk through the process and hear questions. We spent a great deal of time just talking about her module, talking about the classroom experiences, and she chose to do her module with honors English class. But all my questions back to her were, how would you make this work at our alternative high school? Cost. So my goal for the past 3 years has been to figure out how to take what's in her brain and get it back to teachers in our district.
Remember, I really feel like the journey of 2 years has transformed me, and I really find that, what task, what skills, what instruction, what's your assessment. What I really like about it is the ability to say, okay, I want them to go here, and then the backwards planning of thinking of interesting mini tasks en route to the end.
At this point in my career, 12 years into teaching, I'm much more confident in my own ability and my ability to know that I'm not finished with this. The idea of being a developing teacher is not a bad thing. I'm always changing how I teach and how I look at student work and how I'm looking at where I want my students to go. So having people who have been through the process and have published juried modules and who know what they're looking for and the NWP process of looking at work, it was very liberating to sit back and listen. And yes, this is where I know I need to go with this, and to help me to fine-tune what skills I need to be able to outline that I put in the module. And it really does respect the teaching of it and the craft and all the steps that it takes to get to an end place.
The being here just this time to come away and to really hunker down and to look at what we've created is a valuable step in that process, because it's one thing to build it, it's another thing to get feedback in a space like this, and then to take it somewhere again and to revise it again. I love that it's not finished yet.
It's not fixed in time.
Yes.
Coming up here, all I knew about LDC was the acronym and the website, but the way the last few days were set up, having Jacqueline and Heather and Marcy share their modules first with us as models and guides really helped frame how we were entering this work, and that one-on-one support. I'm forever grateful to Marcy for sitting with me to really flesh out and reflect upon crafting an essential question and really debating which task template would work best. So it really helped me think about how to craft a learning experience for students and really honing in on what skills I want them to walk away with at the end. So it was really beneficial, and I'm excited about this work.
The work we did in S-Whoopin to meet these people from all over the state that are so smart and trying so hard and doing such good work is wonderful. Perhaps what might happen once you collaborate with peers is that you will begin to see that the next step is to collaborate with your students in growing this module, that you're really, they are also going to help you make it better for the next group that comes along.
I mean, when I really look at it, the module was written over the course of about a year. And over the course of that year, it started off with learning about the system itself, and then working with a variety of thinking partners in different capacities with Mary Sawyer, where we would meet and sort of think through the template and the task, and working with Bonnie Kaplan and thinking through some of the particular instructional strategies, particularly some of the digital work, with the social studies teacher on my team, Matt Poole, and some of the particular practices that we wanted to have that you would unify social studies and English curriculums throughout the module. And also this idea that as we were evolving the modules, we were bringing them back to this even more diverse group of people from all across the country, you know, working with people from the National Writing Project, from Kentucky and Colorado and all around New York, and with really people who had even more experience with the LDC in the year prior to when we started.
LCC, the Literacy in the Common Core Initiative, that work enabled me to be connected to exciting classroom work that teachers were doing that I don't have the opportunity to be that involved in their work in my normal day job, which is preparing student teachers to work in their classrooms. So it was very nice to be able to work alongside teachers and being even on the, I don't know, you know, helping them think through curriculum that I wouldn't have had access to if it weren't for this project. And we know we have awesome teachers in New York State, great professionals. We know that we have a lot of potential to do great things.